अच्छा जी, कुछ दिन बाद यानी 14 नवंबर को ताज संभालने के बाद बरतानिया के शाह चार्ल्स की पहली सालगिरह होगी और तय किया गया है कि इस इवेंट को एक ऐसी मुहिम के नाम किया जाएगा जिसके लिए शाह चार्ल्स ने ज़ाती हैसियत में बहुत काम किया।
विच इज़ एक्चुअली एनवायरनमेंट। तो मेरी बात हुई डेप्यूटी हाई कमिश्नर ऑफ यूके सारा मुनी से।
देखते हैं।
Thank you so much for joining us and being back in the studio. Some pressing concerns for Pakistan that we thought that, we'll talk about them, especially regarding the devastating floods that Pakistan suffered in 2022. And UK obviously pledged to work with Pakistan and improve Pakistan's climate resilience. Could you give us an overview of what all went on?
Yes, I arrived here actually in August last year at the same time as the floods, and I don't think anyone could have predicted just how devastating they were, particularly in Sindh, Baluchistan, southern Punjab. So we actually acted pretty quickly to bring in early humanitarian aid for the people in the flooded areas. But since then, I think the scale of the need in Pakistan for climate resilience has become more and more apparent.
That's right.
One of the areas specifically relating to the floods where we've actually invested and prioritised is around education and building climate change resilience in education. The number of children who are impacted by the floods and the number of children who haven't gone back to school since the flood, particularly girls.
As it is, that's very challenging in Pakistan, and just to lose everything in those floods.
It was awful.
True.
So our approach now has been sort of climate pere, which is putting our climate change resilience at the centre of all our engagements now in Pakistan. And this partnership we hope will grow over the coming years. Certainly we will double the amount of investment we put into Pakistan climate resilience in the next year from what we did this year.
Well, I hope that works out. We would like to know more about the use of innovative technology, because we do understand there are some practices that are being adopted around the world, and especially in the UK as well. And those are areas where we could learn something from one another.
So we've actually been in partnership on this very area with LUMS and with the Worldwide Fund for Nature to develop an early warning system for forest fires, and we've been piloting this in Pakistan. And the aim is, this is using AI to understand where the fires will start, how they might spread, and develop an early warning trigger for local communities to support them build their resilience, but also to evacuate if necessary. And we're hoping to scale this one out across Pakistan. But equally, one of the things I would really like to see is Pakistan join the Sustainable Blue Economy Action Group of the Commonwealth and show its leadership there.
Let's talk about COP28, which is right on the horizon. It's going to be taking place in Dubai. Can you please outline what the UK will be advocating for?
I mean, I've got four things in mind here. The first is we want to net zero, keeping the 1.5 alive for us for 2030 is going to require halving global emissions. It's a huge ask, but we need to keep with it. Of course. We also need the general climate funds and the general climate resilience to be front and centre of policy making globally.
Well, we are hoping good things from that as well. Now, obviously, Pakistan is known to be a very vulnerable country in terms of, environment and climate. If you talk about it, what would you like to see Pakistan do more to help our own selves as well?
I think one of the critical difficulties for Pakistan facing at the moment is the funding gap to develop the climate resilience and to develop the policies. And that funding gap is not going to be filled by the public sector, and so you need to mobilise private finance.
Of course.
And I think in doing that, to attract investments, both domestic and international, and also it will attract investors like British International Investments, who've invested heavily in green technologies here and green energy here in Pakistan. To continue to do so, they will need an increasingly stable economy.
Absolutely. That is something that we need to think about, be aware of as well. There is a curiosity in the developing world as well, that there are a lot of pledges made by the developed world and the Western countries regarding climate, sustainability, climate change. But a lot of the times we have seen that they are not honoured. If they are not honoured, obviously there needs to be a bit of self-reflection as well on parts of those nations. Do you think they are able to do that?
I think COP is the ideal moment to unpack what pledges have been made and what pledges have not been delivered and what pledges have been delivered. I mean, certainly in the UK, you know, just a few weeks ago, we pledged £2 billion for international climate finance. That's the largest single pledge and will be the largest single donation that we have ever made to support global action on climate.
That is good to know, and I hope that we see rewards soon for that as well. Now let's talk about the King's birthday, 75th birthday, and as we know, King Charles has been a very vocal advocate for climate change and environment and sustainability. Is there a theme regarding knowing what the King prefers and where he aligns? Is there a theme involved there for his celebration globally everywhere?
It is absolutely the theme. We're building the 3 King's birthday parties in Islamabad, Lahore and Karachi around the theme of green and climate security. And certainly we ourselves have been in a year-long partnership with the Karachi Relief Trust to support their efforts to rebuild after the floods, and they will be prominent at our King's birthday party. It's, you know, just thinking about this, the King was talking about environmental issues years before anyone even mentioned.
Yes, absolutely. Lovely. It aligns with everything that we would like to hear as well. Now, cricket, as you know, ever since you moved to Pakistan last year, but I'm sure that you have a very good idea of how we are a cricket-loving, cricket-crazy nation. Our next match, coincidentally, is against England, which is the defending champion, which sadly has not done well. What are your thoughts on that, and what would you like to say? I mean, obviously, we are rooting for Pakistan.
Oh, I am totally conflicted on this one. I would love to see a reasonable England performance in one game.
Reasonable is the word.
Just one. But I think in my heart of hearts, I want Pakistan to go through to the semis.
How lovely.
So I'm holding 2 conflicting thoughts in my mind at the same time, which proves I'm a proper diplomat, I think.
Yes, that you are, but you are also in Pakistan, and Pakistan has over the past couple of matches has been doing better, I guess. It has done well. So we want all the thoughts and prayers for Pakistan. Thank you so much for contributing to that as well. Sarah Mooney, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you.
So we spoke about environment, of course, and cricket. Cricket देखें, अगर आप पाकिस्तान में आते हैं, कोई डिप्लोमेट्स भी पाकिस्तान में आते हैं ना, उनको पहले तो क्रिकेट सीख लेनी चाहिए अगर उनको ना आती हो, लेकिन खैर ये तो एक क्रिकेट लविंग नेशन से हैं हर सेल्फ, लेकिन कह गई कि पाकिस्तान के लिए भी इनका वोट है, ऑब्वियसली बेस्ट विशेस है, व्हाई नॉट.